Today I am going to demonstrate the movements of the vocal cord. Imagine this as the thyroid cartilage and this as the arytenoid cartilage. So this is the medial surface of arytenoid cartilage, this is the anterolateral surface, and this is the posterior surface. This is the vocal process of arytenoid. So from the vocal process of arytenoid to the middle of the thyroid cartilage is the vocal ligament. So this vocal ligament will be covered by a mucous membrane forming vocal fold. So this is the rhymaglotides, the space of the larynx which is bounded on either side by the vocal fold. So the vocal fold is formed by the vocal ligament covered with a mucous membrane. Vocal ligament is nothing but the upper free end of conus elasticus ligament. This is the medial surface of arytenoid cartilage. So the rhymaglotides has got an intermembranous part formed by anterior two-third and intercartilaginous part bounded on either side by the medial surface of arytenoid cartilage. Now we are going to see the shapes of the rhymaglotides caused by the movement of the arytenoid cartilage. First, let us see about the adduction of the vocal cord. Adduction of vocal cord is the movement of the vocal ligaments towards the midline, thereby narrowing the rhymaglotides orifice. This is done by two mechanisms. The muscles responsible are interarytenoid muscles and lateral cricoarytenoid. Lateral cricoarytenoid arises from arytenoid cartilage anterolateral surface, the muscular process anterior surface, and goes to the lateral surface of the cricoid cartilage. So from the interarytenoid muscles are contracting, they bring both the arytenoid cartilages close to each other, so that the rhymaglotides will become a linear narrow slit. The intermembranous part also comes closer. Intercartilaginous part also comes closer, so that the rhyma will be like a narrow linear slit. This is one form of adduction. Another adduction is the action of the lateral cricoarytenoid. When this muscle is acting from the muscular process of arytenoid, pulling it anteriorly, the arytenoid cartilage vocal process will be deviated medially. When the arytenoid vocal process is deviated medially, the rhymaglotides becomes inverted funnel-shaped orifice. The intermembranous part will be one triangle, and the intercartilaginous part also will be a funnel-shaped opening. This will be the adduction of the rhymaglotides. The two vocal processes will come close to each other. The medial surfaces will be deviated laterally. The muscular process will be deviated anteriorly. The vocal process will be shifting medially. So, two adduction. One is narrow adduction, where the two arytenoid cartilages come close to each other without any rotatory movement. This is done by interarytenoideus muscle. Another one is there is rotation of arytenoid medially, so that two vocal processes come close to each other medially. The medial surfaces are deviated laterally, and the rhymaglotides becomes inverted funnel shaped. Now I am going to demonstrate the abduction of vocal cord, or abduction or widened opening of the rhymaglotides. Abduction of vocal cord is a movement where the two vocal ligaments will be deviated laterally, thereby widening the rhymaglotides. There is only one abductor for vocal cord, that is posterior cricoarytenoid. You know, posterior cricoarytenoid has got vertical fibers and horizontal fibers. The vertical fibers, they arise from the muscular process of the arytenoid posteriorly and are inserted on the cricoid cartilage. So vertical fibers will be extending from muscular process going down like this. Horizontal fibers will be extending from muscular process and going like this. So when the horizontal fibers are contracting, they pull the medial process backwards, thereby rotating the arytenoid cartilage laterally. That will be the movement of horizontal fibers of posterior cricoarytenoid. On the other hand, the vertical fibers of posterior cricoarytenoid will pull the muscular process downwards. So the arytenoid will slope downwards on the shoulders of the cricoid cartilage. So one is rotatory movement, another one is gliding movement. The gliding movement is caused by vertical fibers of posterior cricoarytenoid. This is opposite to the action of interarytenoid muscles. The horizontal fibers causes lateral rotation of arytenoid. This is in contrast to the lateral cricoarytenoid, which medially rotates the arytenoid cartilage. Now let us see how these movements, the rotatory movement and the gliding movement of arytenoid, changes the shape of the rhinoglottides. This is a normal position of the rhinoglottides. Now we are going to see the gliding movement of arytenoid cartilage. When both the arytenoid cartilages glide laterally over the sloping shoulders of cricoid, you can see the rhinoglottides is wide opened. The intermembranous part is triangular and the intercartilaginous part is vertical, but they are widely separated. This is the action of vertical fibers of posterior cricoarytenoid causing adduction of vocal cord. Now let us see how the rotatory movement of the arytenoid is going to cause abduction. In this, the arytenoid cartilages are rotated laterally. When the arytenoid cartilage is rotated laterally, the vocal processes are deviated laterally. Now you can see the entire rhinoglottides is diamond shaped. The intermembranous part forms one triangle and intercartilaginous part forms one triangle. So this is diamond shaped rhinoglottides. One is pentagonal shape, another one is diamond shaped. One, there is no rotation, only the gliding movement of the downwards of the arytenoid cartilage, which is pentagonal in shape, caused by posterior cricoarytenoid. Another one is lateral rotation of arytenoid cartilages due to vertical fibers of posterior cricoarytenoid, which also causes diamond shaped abduction of rhinoglottides. Now let us see about the tension and the relaxation of vocal cord. You know the vocal ligament is stretching between thyroid cartilage and arytenoid cartilage. If by any mechanism, if the thyroid cartilage is tilted downwards, which is caused by the cricothyroid muscle, automatically the distance between the vocal cord and the thyroid cartilage is increased. The vocal process distance between that and the thyroid cartilage is increased. So automatically the vocal ligament that is stretching between the vocal process of arytenoid and the thyroid cartilage will be stretched. So if it is stretched, it becomes tense. So the tensor of vocal cord is the cricothyroid muscle, which tilts the thyroid cartilage downwards, automatically increasing the distance between thyroid and arytenoid, thereby stretching the vocal ligament and causing it tense. The opposite movement is caused by thyroarytenoideus muscle. When thyroarytenoideus is contracting, it pulls back the thyroid cartilage to normal position. Automatically, the distance between the thyroid and arytenoid is shortened. The vocal ligament becomes relaxed. So the tensor of vocal cord is cricothyroid muscle and relaxer of vocal cord is thyroarytenoideus muscle.